Welcome to a clash of titans tonight. On this crisp March 16th, the energy is electric as the Big Apple's finest head north to take on the land of 10,000 lakes. Buckle up, because sparks are guaranteed to fly when New York meets Minnesota.
On the near wing, slides it in behind for Kelly Panic. Play to the top for Lee Steckline. Steckline will drive it in deep, and it'll ring the end boards and come to the right wing point. 30 seconds into this hockey game, Minnesota with a win in regulation will be in sole possession of first place in the league. Picked off by Carpenter. She'll start it back on the far wing for New York. Gets it ahead for Downey Landry. Jade Downey Landry, the 28-year-old native of Quebec. Trying to lead this team back as they are definitely still in the hunt. Nobody is out in this league the way it is set up this year. They lost 5 in a row, but only 3 points out of a playoff spot right now is this team from New York. Slides over to an open wing. Jumping on the puck there is Elizabeth Giguère, the former UMD Bulldog. Threw it out in front, and knifing down there was Emma Woods, but couldn't get a stick on it. Now a drive from the point by Woods.
Good job on the back door by Coyne Schofield to break up the play.
Again, this team has no shortage of offense. Abby Rock has been centering the second line, or she's been the wing on the top line. I mean, again, it's kind of a luxury for Howie Draper. He's got so many talented forwards. Nearly turned over. Out in front for Kendall Coyne Schofield, but Schroeder reached out with her stick and poked it away. 2 minutes in. Already a couple of scoring chances, one for either side. Ahead here is Budarak. Claire Budarak out of Andover, Minnesota, pulls up in the corner. Centered out in front. And Fleming didn't have anybody out in front of the paint there for Minnesota. Cleared back to neutral ice, but then pumped back in by the team in purple. 17:40 to go, opening period. Fourth meeting of the season, Minnesota leads PWHL. She's Alexis Pearson, I'm Clay Matvick. Julie Friend, working ringside. Glad to have you along here. As Minnesota takes a 1-0 lead, Michaela Cava with a blistering wrist shot to put the home team up 1-0.
How good has she been the last couple games for Minnesota? Part of this top line that has just lit the lamp time and time again the last few games. And Cava jumps on a loose puck here and blasts it home to give Minnesota the 1-0 lead. Another look at this play, which starts up high, just kind of slides off the stick there, coming in from the point. Cava able to recognize that and rips it home. Schroeder not able to get in front of this one, and Minnesota takes a 1-0 lead. There's 6
games in a row with a goal.
So often it's those ugly, greasy, odd angle goals that get you on the right track again. The ones that you least expect to go in sometimes start you off in the right direction, and it seems that might be the case here for Michaela Cava with another goal here today.
Back here in the New York zone. This is Panic, shallow angle, just like that goal for Cava the other day from below the end line. Put it right on the goaltender. That time Schroeder able to keep it out. Here's Bourbonnais trying to play it out for New York, but held in. Good forecheck by Minnesota. Scoring chance goes over the top of the net. Zumwinkle on the wraparound tried to tuck it in.
Great heads-up play by Schroeder to get over there.
And they score from the point. That was deflected down in front, but Minnesota gets another one to make it 2-0. And it's Zumwinkle who got her blade on it.
And all of a sudden, Minnesota's got a quick 2-goal lead against this New York team who's been struggling as of late. Zumwinkle with her 9th goal of the season. Talk about getting the defenders in on the scoring, the blast from the point. And Zumwinkle gets a stick on it. Jake, so we know, can fire at the net, lets one fly.
New York in white, Minnesota in purple. Minnesota with a 2-0 lead. If Minnesota can collect any type of points here today, they will be in sole possession of first place in the PWHL, as we're definitely in the late stages of the first season in league history. Minnesota in a three-way tie with Montreal and Toronto atop the league. There's Panic coming into the zone. Kelly Panic spun up by Zandy Hart, and then Zandy Hart staples her into the glass in the corner. Jakes plays it across, long shot, hit a body in front. Minnesota keeps it alive. Opening 30 seconds of the period, Minnesota putting on some pressure. Taylor Heisey works it off into the corner. Lee Steckline now. Wrist shot again. Got a piece of something on the way through. And now New York finally able to come up for air. They work it back to the Minnesota line. This is Jesse Eldridge. He'll spin and whip it in deep. So what do you expect from New York as far as changes here early on, Alexis, as they try to establish a foothold of some kind?
I think they need to finish plays more. They had some chances.
There's Kava with a little room. Good pass. Oh, what a kick save. As Kendall Coyne-Schofield was knifing in from the far wing and got a shot on.
And they're going to need more of that. They're going to need Schroeder to be great. We know that she can be that kind of goaltender. They're going to need that from her the rest of the way out. Minnesota's putting a lot on net here today. Oh, yeah, love to see it. It was fun driving into downtown St. Paul today, seeing the crowds on West 7th celebrating St. Patty's Day, flooding into the X. Always a fun weekend here at the XL Energy Center.
Sidney Broad had a nice poke check moments ago on Peyton Levis, and now Minnesota scores again. Long shot gets through. Claire Budarak makes it 3-0.
And that's her first goal of the season, extending the lead here for Minnesota. She's got 2 assists on the season and gets in on the goal scoring here today with this one. Nice shot there, kind of a tough angle going far side on it so far. And a lot of them have been good ones that Schroeder's been able to keep out.
She was taken in the 6th round of the draft this year. Coming, there's a one-time, another pad saved by Schroeder. And New York's able to clear it out.
And Schroeder was the goaltender of the year in the PHF last season. Played with the Boston Pride, so anybody who's watched her for a couple years now knows what she can do.
Zumwinkle goes around Hobson, sidesteps another check, gets it to the far point and Steckline. Now Flaherty goes back. Zumwinkle for Steckline. Now Zumwinkle winds, fires, and another save by Corrine Schroeder. Zumwinkle for Lee Steckline. The 2 Gophers playing catch. Grace again. Another paddle saved by Schroeder. Rebound left out there. Carried over to the far wall by Zafuda.
And that changed direction on the way in. And Schroeder was still able to get in front of it.
Another one-timer. That was kind of a muffled shot by Flaherty. She kind of hit the back of her stick, the heel of her stick. 6 shots on that power play by Minnesota. They don't get a goal, but that was a lot of puck movement.
They possessed the puck. Were able to get a couple shots in. A lot of blocks, though, by New York.
Now still dangerous, even though we're back to full strength. Minnesota buzzing again. Rebound. Oh, how did that stay out? Jakes plays it across.
Shelton playing goaltender back there, just kept that puck out of the net. Well, we knew she could score. I didn't know she could also play goaltender.
There were a couple of bodies there on the goal line that kept that from getting in and making it 4-0 as we go under 3 minutes to play.
That play went from 0 to 100 so fast,
Yeah.
Clay. It was like nothing was there, and then all of a sudden there was about 3 opportunities for Minnesota to score. Somehow New York came out of that unscathed.
Look out, Abby Rock. Down for Carpenter. Carpenter plays it across. Eldridge. Oh, Carpenter had an open net.
Get one, you feel better about your game heading into the third.
Shelton turned it over. He's trying to lay a pass across toward the blue line. And Panic intercepted and cleared it all the way down. Rock comes back in. Carpenter for Shelton, back, and they score. Rock deflects it in front, and just like that, New York has life here late in the second period.
That was a great tip. The fourth goal of the season for Abby Rock, 11 points now. Gets her team on the score sheet, making it a 3-1 game. And New York did not waste a lot of time. Couple New York fans in the crowd here today, loving that goal by Abby Rock. Play is set up D to D. And then the shot comes through, and just the tip out front, able to beat Maddie Rooney. Tips that tight in play. Rock would go on to pick up a goal late in the period for New York to make it a 3-1 game. So that was a big moment for New York to keep that one out of the net.
New York just 3 points out of a playoff spot. Top four make it. Playoffs coming in early May. They've lost 5 in a row. They're going in the wrong direction. It's been a bad trend as of late. Trying not to lose number 6 in a row here today. They're down 2. Still a lot of time though in the hockey game. Saulnier puts it toward the front, but Greco gets in front and knocks it down and walks it back out to neutral ice. Zandy Hart will drag it out from behind her own net. Lead pass for Peyton Levis, the former Ohio State Buckeye, has her pocket picked. Minnesota back the other way with Claire DeGeorge. We haven't talked about DeGeorge much today. She did take that penalty in the second period that led to the Rock goal, but mostly she's been kind of an afterthought in this hockey game. You know, I want to say Minnesota's done similar things to Alex Carpenter today. You know, we've talked about her at times, but I think Minnesota's done a pretty good job on her.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the biggest plays she was involved in was helping save that goal that we just showed you for the play of the game. She hasn't really had any grade A looks. The shot that hit the post earlier in the game came off the stick of Shelton. So New York's had a handful of chances here today, but yeah, we have not really said Alex Carpenter's name once the puck dropped here today at the XL Energy Center.
Taylor Heise, 2-on-1 for Minnesota. Shot, they score! Michaela Cava is red hot. She gets her third goal in 2 games, and Heise set it up beautifully.
And this is why Minnesota is a better team with Taylor Heise in the lineup. Taylor Heise picks this puck up, gets on her horse, develops into a 2-on-1, and Cava, the patience before shooting this puck. She is really feeling her game right now, Clay. And puts this one top in this way and helping put points on the board alongside Coyne, Schofield, and Heise, who put points up all season long. That's not a top line I want to play against, Clay.
Now Zumwinkle feeds the front, they score again! And it's Coyne Schofield, who continues her track record as of late.
Minnesota did this in the first period. They scored 2 quick ones. And they do it again here right now with Coyne Schofield picking up her 6th goal of the season. A little backhand feed through the slot by Grace Zumwinkle. There was a lot of people on West 7th when I pulled up to the rink today around noon.
Yeah, there's, of course, the famous parade that they have here every year is held today. Sydney Brock back out on the ice, number 10 in purple. Her first career game in the PWHL. She's got an assist today. And she'll put a shot on that is stopped by Schroeder. And now we've got pushing and shoving behind the net. That's Fellman for New York who's involved. Rock will feed it along the wall, but it hops the stick. Carpenter down there. Carpenter tried to turn it toward the middle. Picked off. Minnesota coming back the other way, 2-on-2. Kurzova goes To the slot. Krasova! Did she score? No, they're going to say it's off the post. The fans behind the net reacted. They thought it was in the net.
I thought it was too. That's about as close as you can come without actually scoring.
There's another shot that goes wide for Cunnin. As Minnesota hasn't let up an inch here in the third period. Under 3 minutes to go. Saulnier feeds it across. Peyton Levis a drive. Knocked down by Sophie Jakes. Good battle in behind the net. Locked up along the wall. Downey Landry battling there for New York. Budorak, who has a goal for Minnesota there. Got it down to Jakes. She'll bang it off the wall and all the way out of the zone. New York pumps it back in with 2:20 to go. Here's Melissa Channel with speed. Along the left wing, pushed to the outside by Bourbonnais. Brott will turn and fire it toward the net. Knocked down by Bourbonnais. Loose in the corner, Downey Landry. Trying to get this up and out for New York, and Levis will do that as we go under 2 minutes to play. At the blue line, Vespa comes in. Bourbonnais tried to advance the puck, couldn't do it. Now Minnesota comes back. Bryant will just dump it in. This is a nice win for Minnesota.
And so far they're making the most of these opportunities at home in March. We talked about it in the last broadcast a little bit here today about how important it is to get these wins at home at this point in the season and make that final stretch the regular season just a little bit easier on you. Don't have to force those points out in those last couple games of the season if you can pick up enough here to set yourself up for success. And now 3 or 4 games at home in March with 1 minute left in this one. They've picked up wins in all of them.
It's going to be their 8th win in regulation. Sophie Jakes whistles one wide of that right post. 45 seconds to go. And again, they've got 2 of their next 3 against Montreal. And those could be very critical to how this all shakes out at the end of the regular season and who wins the regular season.
Yeah, team they're battling with for that top spot. They've gone 2-1 against them so far this season, and looking to pick up a couple more wins in the next couple weeks here.
Minnesota's next home game Sunday, March 24th, 3 o'clock Central Time. As for New York, they're going to lose their 6th in a row, but Minnesota's red hot. They've won 4 straight, 5 won the final today in St. Paul.